Merci beaucoup tout le monde, on va commencer la conférence. Alors la première question, je crois qu'il y avait un monsieur. Voilà. Allez, asseyez-vous s'il vous plaît, merci beaucoup. Ok, bonjour.
Bonjour. Alors je voulais vous dire que...
Julie Style va attendre très longtemps dans ce café, j'ai bien peur.
She's a very loyal woman.
Elle est très fidèle, la Jules Paul.
No, I think Paul and I, we kind of made a pact not even to think about a fourth movie for at least 5 years, and you know, the three movies were very much about this guy's search for identity, and now he knows he's got his identity. So the fourth one would have to be a different type of movie, and I would never say never, you know, but in terms of it being like a James Bond type of thing where you get 25 different movies out of one character, I don't think that'll happen. It won't happen with us. I mean, they could keep the Jason Bourne character and have another actor go on new adventures as Jason Bourne, but for us, I mean, there's a possibility maybe 10 years down the line that we might do one, you know, but not a in perpetuity type thing. This is the third time I've been here, and each time I've been with the Bourne movie. I like it here because it's very relaxed. You know, the environment's great, and it's calmer. There doesn't seem to be the frenetic pace. I think it's because there's nothing adversarial about it. We're not in competition. We're not, you know, we're just here, you know, basically celebrating big Hollywood movies. So it's a pretty laid back group. So to me, and yes, it's a very famous back home. Everybody knows the movie. Yeah.
And conceived of the Bourne franchise, you know, with Bourne Identity. And I think it was he really that understood two brilliant things. Firstly, that you could take this character Jason Bourne from the pages of a Cold War novel and create a very new kind of action adventure hero, and secondly that you could create a film franchise that drew its roots from 1970s American cinema, and that it would be this kind of collision between mainstream Hollywood and independent cinema, and that's really what I've tried to develop. I think what was interesting about making Bourne Ultimatum was that you know, by the time we sat down to make Bourne Ultimatum, obviously the franchise was colossally successful, you know. So how do you maintain some parity, some equivalence between the sort of the indie guerrilla roots of the franchise and the Hollywood thing, when the Hollywood part of it was so dominant? And that really led us, I think, to make the choices about where to shoot the film in places like Waterloo and Tangier and the streets of New York, because they're all places where you can't operate like a big Hollywood unit. You're forced to operate like a guerrilla unit, and we often used to say it was, well, I used to say a lot when we came on set, welcome to the first $100 million student movie, because that's kind of what it felt like.
Stupid movie?
Student! Not stupid. Well, it may have been stupid.
And that wouldn't be the first stupid $100 million movie.
Ok. Donc voilà, donc Paul disait, en fait, ma question c'était quoi?
See an opportunity to play against that look, you know, but you would have to ask the directors. I mean, I know that was a conscious choice for some of them. For Anthony Minghella, for instance, in The Town of Mr. Ripley, he liked that I had very classic American looks, and he wanted to, you know, subvert that. And so yeah, I think that sometimes, you know, I think I've gotten great roles, more interesting roles because of that, because I'm often asked to play characters that appear to be one thing but are another.
Kevin Smith, Gus Van Sant, you're going more toward these big blockbuster things, and he's mentioning Star Trek, which there are rumors about me that you might be in.
Yeah, no, I'm not in Star Trek.
No, pas Star Trek, c'est sûr.
But no, I always, as an actor, you tend to be more reactive. Unless you're writing your own material, you have to respond to what's out there, and sometimes the best scripts I read are big movies, and sometimes the best scripts I read are small movies. But at this point, I've worked with so many wonderful directors, and I've gone back and worked with some of them again and again, like Paul or like Steven Soderbergh or like Gus. And I'm very happy working with them. I'm actually going to do a small part in Gus's next movie. which is a great script that Sean Penn's doing about Harvey Milk, who was a city supervisor in San Francisco who was assassinated. He was the first openly gay man to hold office in the United States, and he was assassinated. This is back in the 70s. But so I'm going to do a small part in that, which would be great to see my friends again. But I don't think in terms of strategically saying, well, now I have to do a small movie and then I have to do a big movie. I just am more reacting to the scripts that are out there and the directors who are asking me to come work with me.
Paul Greengrass qui a également réalisé le deuxième dans la série BOURNE ainsi que BOURNE 93. And also with us here tonight, Jason Bourne himself, 3 men.